Hello, hello, hello. So a bit different this week, doing the astrology readings. I'm bored to say, very bored to say, that I'm once again, I got taken ill. I had to cancel a couple of readings today, and I'm really grateful for the two ladies who were, totally understanding. And I hate to have to cancel readings, but this morning, during the day, there was absolutely no way I could have done it. I'd had a migraine, and yeah, and I was sick with it and everything. So that was yesterday, and obviously today, you're just still recovering, and also had other issues going on. So anyway, enough of all of that drab stuff. It's like I'm so sick of it. Greg said, "Oh, I need to put out a signal to get some healing sent to you." And I said, "No, no, 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 please, no. I cannot bear always being ill. I cannot bear it." Because you end up feeling a victim all the time. And I know you guys are so wonderful, and you would not have ever thought that. I know that. It's me. It's my stuff. So I didn't want to let anybody down, because as I'm kind of feeling a bit better, I thought I'd do the astrology readings, but it would have to be this way. Okay, so I didn't want to be seen on camera and things like that, and I couldn't go live. All right, so yeah, you've got this. All right, so yeah, we're going to be doing astrology readings from the 20th. This is for the 20th through to the 26th of March 2023. I've got to say that there's some amazing things happening. Absolutely amazing things happening. So as we all know, the banks are closing. Okay, we've got for sale signs up on 2, maybe 3. I think there's 3 banks that's just in our small town of Herne Bay. Okay, so there's that is happening, and so they'll probably kind of say that it was they'll probably make some excuse anyway, but yeah, it is bad, but it's not bad, it's good. It's a transition is happening, and I can't actually wait. I can't wait for it all to kick into the new financial system, and I can feel it coming. So I'm hoping to be well enough, and so is Greg, for tomorrow's global predictions, because there's a hell of a lot to look into, because there's a lot happening. So thank you, my darling, for my wonderful Himalayan candle that he got me, amongst other bits and pieces, for my birthday. So yeah, and thank you for all the birthday messages. I appreciate them. So obviously, usually I ask you for your sun, moon, and rising signs, and obviously I can't do that today. So I thought we would do this. So I'm going to put. It's going to be all by chance. So earth signs, air signs, water signs, and my Sharpies running out. Good job, I bought new Sharpies. I love my Sharpies. And air signs, water signs, fire signs. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So I'm going to mix these up. Okay, let's mix these up, and okay, all right, so they're well and truly mixed up. So I'm not even going to look. Let me do that, and I can't even look. Okay, so the first one out is going to be air signs, guys. The next one out will be, let's go for the middle, will be earth signs. The next one out will be fire signs, and then obviously then it will be the water signs. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so let me see if I can put these so that you can still see them. Let me put them over there so people can see what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I do tend to use various different decks, and you can see what I see. Now, the way I work is I take triggers from, I know that my cards inside out, backwards, forwards. This is my Bible deck. Okay, what I call the Bible deck. And it's a good idea to always have a deck that you know inside out, backwards, forwards. Okay, that is your Bible deck. It can make you a bit complacent though, so it is a good idea to swap it and change it around with other decks, or to add cards onto it. Now this deck is called the Cosmic Tarot, and this is by Norbert Loesch. Let me see if his name's here. Let me get it there. Norbert Loesch. Don't know if you can see that. Norbert Loesch. Okay, the Cosmic deck. And I highly recommend these as a first deck. They're really, really good because they've got the astrology signs already done. And mine are so bashed up and battered that I've actually painted the outsides black. They're actually usually white. But I changed those, so they are my Bible deck. Okay. So they're the ones I mainly use, and then I use some emotional cards, and these are the Enlightenment deck by Chuck Spezzano, Spezzano, and these are brilliant cards. I will do a video on how you can use these and what you can do, because there's loads of things. You can separate these into 3 sections, and you can put you can dissect what's going on in your head, your heart, and the root of the situation. And you can pick someone else, like a partner or someone you've fallen out with, what's going on in their head, what's going on in their heart, and the root of it all for them. And you can find out what's really the problem. Okay, so they're really, really good cards, but I wouldn't buy them in English. In English, they're about £300 now. Silly money. Okay, because they stopped printing them. Okay, so these you can buy in German or in any other language. And what I've done is, all you have to do is just Tipp-Ex out that, those kind of Tipp-Ex sticks. I'll show you just some of these, Tipp-Ex stick. You just go over the the word in the foreign and just write it in there. Or sometimes I disagree with the word, it doesn't really make sense to me. I make my own kind of feeling up, and so sometimes you don't even need that. But if you ever do that and you wanted a translation in English, I will send it over to you because I've written them all out. Okay, so yeah, I would, these cards are brilliant cards, but obviously they are expensive in English. Okay, there is, Chuck Spezzano's got another deck called I think these are the Healing deck. Okay, this is the Healing deck. So these are pretty nice as well. Okay, and they've got kind of like the healing element, and then they've got what's the issue going on. So the issue cards are like this, feeling unwanted, depression, not my job, addiction. They're very direct. Inadequacy, judgment, rebel, jealousy, littleness, guilt. So the issue cards are there. So I separate them and see, if somebody wants to know what's going on in their relationship, we can really look into it and find out what the score really is. Okay, so I love doing love life readings. I have done group love life readings, couples love life readings, and they've helped loads because it's kind of like a counseling session. But what the tarot does and what the psychic kind of does is you can tune in to their actual behavior, their feelings. Okay, you can get into their energy, and you can get into your energy, and so you can, to me, it's like nobody's feeling picked on really, because you can feel it, so it does work very well anyway. So yeah, I'm going to be using those cards. The other cards I'm probably going to use are called the Gilded Tarot, and that is by Cairo Marchetti. Okay, the Gilded Tarot, and these cards are very pretty cards. Okay, very pretty cards. It's possible to get the Death card. The Death card doesn't mean death, it means a transition. Okay, you've got the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, so these are really pretty cards. So I do like those. Yeah, I do like those. They're lovely. And the other cards I use are the nearly knocked that completely off then. The Light Seers, okay, by Chris Ann. by Chris Ann. Okay, the light seers, they're very good as well. They're pretty cards. So yeah, even their death card, it's called Rebirth instead. So yeah, so they're nice. So just in case you was wondering what cards I'm using, that's what it is. Okay, so I wanted to say a big thank you to the 2 new Patreons. Okay, so here's my existing patrons, and I haven't added the new person on yet, but yeah, so these are my lovely Patreons. We've got Julie R, we've got Julie R, and we've also got Alicia, Alicia R. Okay, so Julie R and Alicia R. Okay, that I need to add here. So I'm going to do that now, actually, while we're here. Let me add that. Julie R and Alicia R. There. So let me save that. Save. And then I'll scroll that. Yeah, so Patreon, it's like a membership, if you like. Each tier you get something, you know, and as you get up the tiers, you get more of some things. So the most expensive one I've got, but I am going to be adding another one on top of that, is $33.33. And with that, you get a 20-minute recorded reading. You get a mystery gift sent to your home every month. Sorry, the readings every month as well. So mystery gifts sent to your home. You get access to all the videos and classes that I teach. You get to look at those, and you also get an invite to the once a month meeting that we do, where what we do is we kind of all do readings for each other. So I obviously do a little reading for everybody, and everybody does readings for each other. So yeah, it's really nice. We get together and have a giggle, and yeah, so that's always once a month. It's the last Thursday of every month. So yeah, if you wanted to join the membership, the Patreon membership is patreon.com/Psychic Ali. Greg's also got Patreon, so if you wanted to support Greg, he's got some different things for different tiers as well. He's doing a monthly meditation for everybody as well on his platform, and it is patreon.com/in5d. Okay, he does a lot. You know, he's done so many videos, thousands of videos, thousands of articles. And yeah, he works very hard. So yeah, just wanted to kind of you know, let you know about Greg as well. So here is coming down now. So patreon.com/in5d, or you can go to in5d.net. Buy 2 get 1 free. Actually, that is different. Okay, so his t-shirts are even better than that. His t-shirts are down to $24.99. $24.99. If you are one of his Patreons, they are only $19.99. So yeah, if you haven't seen his tie-dye t-shirts, it's worth a look. It's amazing. Okay, they really are. They take a lot. He's very talented at them. You know, the chakra ones, you know, with all of the colors on them. He's also got elements. You know, there's just so many. So yeah, he's really talented at that. So yeah, that is in5d.net if you wanted to go over and make the most of that. $24.99 over on his website. Yeah. So if you wanted to see some of his articles, then go over to in5d.com, and there are thousands of articles on metaphysical, esoteric, anything, you know, you can think of, you know, there is articles about it. Okay, it's like a huge encyclopedia of psychic information. Anything you could want, you can just put it into the search engine and you'll find it there. So yeah, there's a lot of other readers as well who write articles. So it's not just Greg. There's lots of other readers as well, readers and psychics. Yeah. So yeah, it's worth a go. Going over there. So we're going to start out with the air signs. Okay. So the air signs are going to be, we'll start off with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And then the earth signs, we're going to be doing Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. All right, so let me get the right banner up for the air signs. Okay, so this is Aquarius for the 20th through to the 26th of March. Okay, so let's have a little look and see. I'm going to give them a good shuffle first of all. So let's see what my guides want to say about this coming week. What's going to be happening for Aquarius. Okay. I then stop shuffling after I've given them a good shuffle, and then I shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm quite simple. I don't cut the cards or anything. It's just straight from the top. Okay. Okay, so the beginning of the week, we have the Ace of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, this is my kind of like needing a spark in your life, needing something to, you know, get your interest, something to make you feel as if you're alive, you know, and you've got something good going on. You then have this feeling of maybe rejection, somebody making you feel as if, you know, you're perhaps working harder than anyone else, maybe in a relationship or maybe in life, you know, it's like, I'm trying my hardest. I don't feel as if you are. You then have the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is the most sarcastic card in the deck. Sarcastic. It basically indicates it's like, get on with it. You know, just do it. You know, stop dilly-dallying about and just get on with it. So looking at the 3 together, that's what it means. I feel as if there is maybe something that you've got to actually get organized and start to maybe stand up for yourself, you know, or if you're in a situation that you don't like, this is probably saying, well, if you don't like it, change it, sort it out. You know, there are ways around it. You know, sometimes we think we've got no choices in life, but actually we do. Sometimes we can choose ourselves. Okay. So that's what I see at the beginning of the week. Okay. So the middle of the week, the 2 of Wands, Prince of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Okay. So this one is my planning. This is the Taurian energy, plodding along, getting on with things. And this one's reuniting. So when I look at the 3 together, I feel as if there's a very steady, secure person around you who is, I feel as if they are trying very hard to, you know, plan things, organize maybe a get together, or maybe you're the sensible one trying to organize a get together. And it doesn't seem to be, you know, happening. You know, it just feels as if, you know, everybody really needs to plan further ahead, or, you know, make plans, you know, commit to the situation. So yeah, it just feels as if it just needs to be sorted out. Okay. Yeah, this also is, I'm picking up some paperwork or form filling documents, that type of thing as well, with this card here. This is always my reuniting with somebody that you know very well. This could be a family member, this could be an ex-partner or a friend that used to be close to you, but there seems to have been some changes and things with that. So yeah, plans to reunite after there being a bit of distance. Okay, distance doesn't have to be falling out, by the way, guys. Okay, oh, we've got the Sun card. we've got the travel card, and we've got the boundaries card. Okay, I'm going to move these because they are actually bugging me. It looks untidy, so I'm going to put them over here. Okay, so yeah, this to me feels, it's just a happiness card. It's the card that says I'm joyful, I'm happy, I'm in a good place. This is the travel card, moving on, travel, getting on with things. But that says that there might be a hold up, or things might be a bit difficult. It's like, well, I want to go, but I've got to be sensible, or I want to go, but there seems to be some things I've got to deal with first. Okay, but there's a boost of confidence here, a nice happy feeling about travel. Now, the Eight of Wands can also be about vehicles, transport. Okay, with the Sun card, it can indicate there's been some good news regarding some sort of car issues or transport issues. It's actually turned out better than expected there. Okay, I do feel as if you are putting up some sort of boundaries, more boundaries than you've done before. You do feel as if, maybe you've been allowing people to get away with a bit too much, or, maybe family members have been kind of pushing those boundaries and making you feel as if, I'm backed into a corner here, and I don't feel as if I can say no. But I do feel as if you're going to be finding your voice and maybe saying no a little bit more. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with the week. So let's have a look at the emotional cards. Okay, so we're going to use these cards. So let's see what emotional lessons are being learnt at for Aquarius. Okay. So we've got the true love card. Okay, true love. So this is indicating that there is it's like being ready to be unconditionally loved. If you are in a relationship, then this means that this situation could be a very good situation that you're in. This is finding each other again, seeing each other, really seeing each other for who they are. Obviously it's good because we're doing all Aquarius. We can't really say pinpointing it to one person. So for some of you, this will be, a lovely feeling of connectedness. Okay, being in a lovely positive energy within a reading, within a relationship, or it's a call out. Really, it's a call out for that. I just want to turn over another card to go with it. Okay, so just bear with me a minute. Okay, so I'm going to pull out that one. So this obviously is to do with commitment. Okay, so could it be that there is maybe a partnership that is needing a little bit more commitment? Somebody needs to kind of step up and offer that this is going to be it. That they choose you and you choose them, and everything seems to be far better than it has been. Okay, now for people who aren't in a love life situation, this can also be a friendship. This can also be a family member who actually chooses you, maybe above other people. Sometimes it's like, no, I choose you. My loyalties are with you. The commitment is there. Okay, so it is about commitment energy. It's about love energy. It's about partnerships. Okay, so that is going to be the lesson that you guys are going to be learning, Aquarius. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be moving on now to Geminis. Just going to take a sip of drink. Okay, so you can see all the lovely Patreons I've got there. I really respect and appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. Okay, so Geminis, let's have a look for you. Let's tune in. So Gemini's 20th through to the 26th. Okay. So the Lover's card. Okay. The Princess of Wands. And the Five of Cups. Okay. So looking at these three cards together, I'm seeing someone who's feeling a bit spoilt. They're feeling a bit like, do you know what? It's my turn. I deserve more than I'm getting. You know, this is what my life is, and I want more. Okay. Now, this could be linking to a relationship. Again, you know, we've got a relationship energy. There's always, whenever I do these readings, there's always an underlying message that is happening throughout all 12 of the signs. So it is quite interesting. Okay, so we'll see if this is it. Okay, but yeah, this is to do with relationships. Obviously, doesn't have to be love life. You know, because some of you won't be love life. Okay, but we've got the isolation card. Feeling isolated, maybe feeling put out. Maybe we're isolating ourselves, or maybe other people are isolating us. Either way, it's an uncomfortable feeling I'm seeing here. And a complication that maybe doesn't need to be there. So no wonder this person is feeling out of sorts. Now, for some of you, it might be you're playing this role. You're the one that's feeling out of sorts. But it could be that someone close to you is feeling put out. Okay? You know? So it all depends on each individual person. Okay? But feeling quite isolated and alone, you know, that can lead to depression. That can lead to kind of low feeling. So there is a need to try and, you know, put out some positive vibes to this to see if we can change this around. And if you're feeling isolated with one group of people, then maybe push on into, you know, spending more time with the other group of people. So if your family making you feel like this, then maybe push on into your friendships, or if you're, you know, face to face, like people are making you feel like that, then push on into spending more time online with your online friendships. Okay, so that's what we see for the beginning of the next week. So as we move into the middle of the week, we've got the Empress, the Hierophant or Hierophant, and the Chariot. Okay, so this basically is indicating that there is a spiritual energy around here. You can see he's looking through his third eye. He's got tarot cards in his hand, but there's lots of people here who've got different religious belief systems. We've also got the Chariot, which is about kind of sometimes running away or getting away from things. But other times it can be about, you know, someone just looking at things in black and white. It's either good or bad. There's no in between, good or bad. Sometimes that can come from the religion side of things, because religion says, you know, this is either good or bad. Okay, so there may be a bit of an issue around this. And we do have the Mother card here. So this could be linked with a mother figure, or somebody who is nurturing or trying to mother too much, trying to manipulate or care too much, you know. So there could be a little bit of a complication going on here. You know, it could be that you believe in something and maybe someone else in the family or friendships don't believe that and are, you know, feeling agitated by your decisions and making you feel bad about that. Also seeing, you know, with the Chariot card, this can also mean travel plans. So there may be another scenario here going off about traveling, having to look at things in black and white and read up on things to make sure that you've got the best deal possible. Okay, making sure that everything is going to be going on that you want to go on. Okay, so there you go. That is the middle of the week. So by the end of the week, we've got the Devil card, we've got the Seven of Swords, and we have the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so Prince of Pentacles here can be somebody with a bit of a sting in their tail, somebody who's reacting in a certain way, that maybe not thinking first, just reacting. Okay, this can be about protection. It can also be about, not feeling very well, or feeling as if you just need a bit of TLC, or somebody close to you maybe feeling that. We've got the Devil card, which can mean mischievousness on a light-hearted level, but it could mean, especially because it's got the protection card, so Geminis, maybe you just need to shield up a little bit more. If you've been feeling any doubts or any frustrations, or any Debbie Downer days, any of that, what happens is the darker side of things just wants to make it worse. They are needing to feed off other people's misery, other people's negativity, other people's fears, all of that. They love it. Okay, so let's try not to give them anything to feed off. Okay, so if you are feeling in a negative way, or in a low way, then give it 3 seconds and try and replace it with something positive to say. Okay, so there's a lot going on at the moment. So like we've said, there's a lot of the banks are closing. Yes, but there's a new financial system coming along. And maybe you might say things like, like for me, trying to get a doctor's appointment, I called my doctor's appointment. The phone lines open at 8 o'clock. I phoned at a few seconds after 8 o'clock, and all of the appointments were supposedly gone. So I can moan about that, but I've got to put something positive in its place. Sometimes there is a better way of being seen. Maybe I've got to go to a different clinic. Anyway, what I'm saying is sometimes, I'm trying to give you scenarios. Does that make sense of things? Try not to give this any energy. You don't want to. So sting in their tail, somebody who's being a little bit short with you, a little bit kind of, it's like they are assuming the worst. Okay. And this particular character sometimes does. So maybe if somebody is, trying to create a problem, and you're saying, I'm just not biting, I'm going to protect myself. So keeping on a high vibrational energy is the key at the end of the week for Geminis. Okay, so let's have a look and see what emotions are going on, what lessons are being learnt by Geminis this week. Okay, so I'm seeing the leadership card. Okay, so the leadership card is indicating that maybe it's time to take charge. Who do you want on your journey? Who do you want to come with you? What sort of life do you want to live? And who do you want to live it with? Okay, so sometimes we need to kind of own up and maybe tell the people that we really care about how we feel or what we want. Okay, and so the lesson is taking charge of your future. Okay, and emotionally knowing what it is that you want. Okay, so there you go. That's what I see going on for Geminis. All right, so I'm going down to the next one, which is my love, my forever love, my husband, Greg Prescott. He's a triple Libra. Okay, so let's see what is going on with him and with other Librans. I've also got Libra rising, so that is in my charts as well. So let's have a look about Libras. Right, so the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords, which looks a very scary card, but it's not, okay? So thinking about swords, swords are thoughts. So all of these swords represent all thoughts coming at you, other people trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to, shove their advice at you, keep it going. This is somebody in a straitjacket, and when you end up blurting something out and answering back, and you think, oh dear, perhaps I shouldn't have done that. I didn't filter what I was going to say, and that person got it all with all barrels. Okay, so yeah, sometimes it can be we can be a little bit too outspoken, but it's usually because we can't keep it in anymore. So yeah, there seems to be some outspoken words either by you or somebody close to you. This indicates stepping onto new ground, being a little bit nervous. If you have a look at his face, he looks a little bit nervous. Okay, but sometimes when we're stepping onto a new pathway and we're taking a different kind of route, it is a little bit nerve-wracking. So that's also can mean training, learning, stepping onto new ground. Okay, there, within a job or within a money situation. And then here we've got the, feeling as if I've got to let go and walk away from a situation that, maybe isn't a happy one, and maybe we feel as if we need, maybe more time. We're not quite ready to make that transition. Okay, so when I look at these cards, there is something building. Okay, and this is building up within each person that is linked to this. So as this is building up, it's like maybe it's making somebody move forward. Okay, maybe you've decided to let go and walk away because of this outspoken behavior, or maybe you've been outspoken and you've had to let go and walk away from this situation. Enough is enough. I can't take it anymore. Okay, and with the training, this is kind of, I'm doing something different. I've never done this before. This is new to me. So there may be outspoken words about stepping forward, and the feeling is I've had enough. Okay, so that is the beginning of beginning of the week, of the 20th through to the 26th of March. So got my self-employed card, or my I'm the boss card. We've got the isolation, emotional isolation, and that card just says that no, we've got the sulking card back. Okay, so there's somebody who is throwing their toys at the pram because they want what they want. That is the isolation card. And we also have the self-employment card, or to do with bosses and money, and or somebody who wants to take charge of money. So looking at these three cards together, I would say that there seems to be a little bit of stress over money matters, over finances. Maybe bosses are feeling a little bit kind of anxious, or somebody who is in charge of the money situation. There seems to be, a bit of nail-biting time there. Somebody wants to withdraw away and not deal with it, isolate themselves from the situation. A childlike energy is around this, I want what I want, but I'm, it's not going to happen. So yeah, there's a lot of sulking energy around this, and kind of a bit of fear regarding finances. Now, I will say that, because of the banking system, and we are expecting that there's going to be some big changes, I would like to look into this and see if we can see anything on the global prediction side of things. So I'm going to get the other cards out, the Rider-Waite cards, and see if we can see that this is linked to anything like that. Okay, so now you have to forgive me. These cards, I've I've been learning a different way of reading them, a completely different way, and I have used it's Tarot by J. I can't say her actual name, and you know, and other bits and pieces. So yeah, it's different wording. Okay, so I'm going to tune in now and ask what's going on with the banking system, with the financial system this week, 20th through to the 26th of March. Okay, let's see. So the Fool card can indicate sudden, something happening suddenly, sudden changes. Okay, we then got the Star. Now the off-worlder situation, this could be, you know, maybe the off-worlder technology is going to be kicking in. Maybe we're, you know, this is the quantum financial system. Maybe there is something different, you know, about, you know, the financial side of things. You know, we did say that, you know, we were needing to get some help, okay, from, you know, those, you know, new energies, the positive energies there. And this is kind of like a feeling of giving up. It's like, that's finished, that's done, repair, you know. So yeah, there's going to be some big financial changes, it looks like there, to do with the financial system. Yeah, but there will be victory as we move forward. There will be victory, and things will be moving on in a very positive way. You know, we have to deal with things. We have to deal with them head on. We can't carry on the way that we have been. Okay, and there we go. Justice. We will get our justice. You know, where, you know, it's no longer that the richer get richer as the poorer get poorer. Okay, that's all changing. So that's very positive cards for the financial system, actually changing for the good. So yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. So there we go, Libra. So the end of, yeah, this is the end of the week. Okay, so we've got the Lover's card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Prince of Cups. So again, we've got somebody with a sting in their tail. We've got the Lover's card, which is love life issues or emotional issues, relationship issues. And in the middle here, we have a dilemma, a crossroads, you know, a bit of a gamble. So, you know, there's a few ways of looking at this. There's a few scenarios that I'm seeing here. Okay, so there does seem to be a very touchy situation linked with a relationship. There seems to be some cloudiness, okay, of judgment. I'm sensing that somebody isn't being honest, and this person is feeling as if there is something to be jealous about or insecure about. And because this person isn't being honest, it's making the whole situation worse. Now, this person could be keeping things to themselves, you know, until they decide something. But what's happened, I think it's going to come back and sting them in the bum if they don't own up and talk about what is going on, the process of their thought pattern. I don't think it's going to go well for them. Okay, so if this is you who is trying to, you know, go through the processes of, you know, I don't know, making your mind up maybe about a friendship or a relationship. And as you're distancing yourself, there is more and more rejection energy going on, and insecurity, which is building up, making things worse. So, you know, it's a gamble. What do you do? Okay. Also seeing a financial situation, financial decision that you're needing to make. Now here you can see that he has, whatever he's been doing with his money, it's like it's not ideal. Okay, it's not earning much, not earning as much as he could be or she could be. And there's two more pentacles here. So what do? Do you carry on doing the same thing with your money? You're going to get the same results, or do you do something a bit different this time with your finances, with your money? what do you do? Okay, so there's big decisions there about your financial situation. Okay, that's what I see for Librans for the end of the week. Let's have a look at the emotional lessons. We're going to use these cards this time. So these are from the Healer deck by Chuck Spezzano. Okay, so we've got humour, making sure that we keep our sense of humour. You know, how can you keep a sense of humour when everything seems to be crumbling around you, or making you feel as if, you know, you've been kind of knocked over a little bit? Rising above problems. Okay, so rising above problems and using humour, okay, is the real key to keeping going. Okay, that's going to be important lessons that you're going to be learning, Librans, okay, next week. Okay, so there we go. So we've done all the air signs now. So the next one is going to be earth signs. Okay, so let's have a look at the earth signs. So we're going to be doing Taurus, then Virgo, and then Capricorn. Right, I'm going to change decks now. Okay, so we've done the cosmic deck. So we're now going to go on to the light seers deck. Okay, this is the light seers deck there. And I don't do reverse readings. You've probably noticed that. I'm going to show you why I don't. So the reason I've put a little kind of like gold bit here so that I know that's the top of the card. So yeah. Okay, so when you are, you know, someone's kind of doing a reading for you, they give you the cards. Okay, so okay, you shuffle the deck. So you start shuffling the deck. Shuffling the deck. Shuffling the deck. Am I turning any cards over? No. I might drop one maybe, but shuffle the cards over. It all depends. So if I dropped one, it all depends if somebody picks the card up and puts it in the deck like that, or they pick it up like that and put it in like that. It's too iffy. Before I picked up this deck to shuffle it, somebody might have dropped the deck on the floor and then they've given it to me, and there's a lot of negativity because of upside down cards in here. So you can tell whether looking at cards whether or not there's a negative or a positive feel to them. You can feel it anyway. You don't need the upside down version. So anyway, it's just my point of view. Okay, so let's have a look at Taurus. Let's take another drink. Okay. I'm also going to get another cushion, if that's okay. Right, Taurus, let's give these a good shuffle. And I stop, and then I concentrate on Taurus. Okay, so we have the Chariot, we have the romantic energy, and we have the Hermit. Okay, so all right, so I always go to the one I feel has the most energy to it. And I'm going with the Chariot first of all. Okay, so this is to do with travel plans. It's to do with things moving on, negative, positive, but things are moving forward. There seems to be a real pull in the right direction. This to me feels very good. Okay, for the whole for us all. It just feels very, very good. This is a very positive kind of energy with this. Now, there is somebody around you, okay, at the beginning of the week, and they are going to be offering you something. They are maybe a kind gesture, or, you know, they might be a little bit confused by, you know, their feelings, and they're offering, you know, out something. You know, they're trying to make you see them, okay? They're trying to get your attention. And then you've got this Hermit card, which can be that maybe you don't want other people noticing you. You're trying to shield yourself, you know. But, you know, sometimes this happens. The world kind of has other ideas. And so there may be a little bit of, you know, changes going on there. But yeah, so yeah, the Hermit can be to do with your home as well. It can have home energy. Okay, so home energy, something that needs to be sorted out close to home. You know, are you putting yourself in like a cocoon, and you know, you're not ready for maybe a relationship, or ready for, you know, people to come towards you and try to get close to you. You know, are you looking at things too deeply? You know, are you making things more complicated than they need to be, or are you blowing things out of proportion? You know, what seems to be going on? Okay, so yeah, there's a kind gesture. It's close to home, and we have the card, the travel card. Sometimes this can mean somebody who travels for a living is going to be making an offer to you, maybe a romantic gesture here, or an offer, and you know, you're not sure. Okay, maybe there's complications at home. Yeah, so lots of different scenarios there that could be happening. Okay, so let's have a look there. Okay, so I'm just going to move these cards over there. Okay, so we now have, trying to make this, okay, trying to make this so it's kind of level. Okay, so you've got the Strength card. The Ace of Swords. And the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is my self-employed card. It's my card that says I want to be independent, or I feel it's time to be independent, or more independent than I am. Ace of Swords is a brilliant idea. The Strength card means that you've got to have courage and strength to pull off that good idea. So somebody out there is going to be thinking about going self-employed, or expanding their business if they're already self-employed. It is going to take that strength, okay, but maybe it's time. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the launch of something that truly is, you know, different to what you've been doing, you know. But, you know, there is going to be talks and discussions, I feel, about, you know, for some people it might be about promotion, extra responsibility within a job. Sometimes it will be, you know, that whatever you're doing, you know, it's like, I could be earning money at this, you know. You know, why don't I look into this in more detail? Okay, so yeah, so that is the middle of the week. Okay, so by the end of the week we have the Lovers card, the card that says a hard outer shell, protective of their vulnerability, and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is sometimes it's like how you see yourself is not how other people see you. So you might be saying, I feel trapped, or I haven't got any choices, I'm stuck. But in reality, you're not. In reality, you could make your own decisions. You could decide to leave or to stay. You could decide to make a stand, okay, with a situation. You know, this is saying that you've got a hard front on, that you're trying to protect yourself. And again, this may be to do with relationships. So it does indicate, looking at the two decks together, you know, two different decks, and we're still picking up on relationship decisions, but we're also picking up on financial decisions. Okay, so yeah, the Lovers card, choices, decisions, about partnerships, about relationships, either romantic ones or friendships. Okay, this is very important decisions that are going to be made here. You know, look into your situation and see that you're actually not stuck. You could make better decisions if you really wanted to. It is your choice. Okay, it is your choice. You know, sometimes it's good to, you know, put a hard front on and, you know, just toughen it out. So, yeah, big things going on for Taurus, okay, around next week. All right, so let's have a look emotionally, see what is happening emotionally. Okay, so the Sacrifice card. Okay, so sometimes somebody is making the sacrifice, is doing all the sacrificing within a relationship, a friendship, or a family situation, or a work situation. It's like, you know, I'm having to go without so that everybody else can be okay. You know, are you being a martyr, or is there someone else around you being a martyr? Is there somebody who needs to grow a pair, and actually start to say no, and start to say, actually, I think I deserve better treatment or more respect. So self-worth needs to start to kick in, Taurus, okay, with situation. Very important. Okay, so there you go. That's what I see for Taurus. Okay, I'm just going to move some of these cards over. Okay, so we've done Taurus. Let's go for Virgos. Virgoans, okay. Okay, I'm going to give them a good shuffle. Right. Okay, just move this camera around a little bit like that. Okay. All right, so the Lovers card. You saw how I shuffled these. The self-employed person, or the person who likes to be their own boss, and the most sarcastic emotional card that we have here. Okay, so that is about sarcasm. Okay, have a look at that, and pigs might fly. So somebody is not, is kind of feeling as if, you know, they are never going to meet the person that they want to meet, you know, that they're doomed and everything's bad in relationships, and why do I bother? So real kind of like doom and gloom kind of energy going on here. And you know, that's not easy to be around if you're the outside person looking in. And if you are the one that is causing this, then you're having to watch you bring other people down, okay, by your behavior or your emotions. Okay, so this means a complication Complication in a relationship, complication in a friendship, or in a family situation. Okay, somebody who wants to be the boss, somebody who wants to take charge of the situation. Maybe it's time for somebody to take charge of the situation, rather than it still being a problem or a situation that is just going to get bigger and bigger and affect everybody. And yet I get to the point where you just think, do you know what? I don't know if I can be bothered with all this drama. You know, I think I actually want to kind of back out. You know, don't know if it's any good. So yeah, there's a busyness, okay, going on, but there does seem to be something big happening with everybody emotionally. Really, everybody's making choices, making decisions. Okay, here. So you have the Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, money coming in, but making sure that you're ready for it. Emotionally, feeling satisfied, happy, you know, in a good place emotionally. And that is a new job, okay? New job, new money. So there does seem to be a good financial change going on here, with money coming towards you, maybe for the family or around the family, and you know, a need to be ready. Okay, be prepared. Try not to make it, I don't know, make it that you know, it's not going to stay. Okay, so sometimes when we get money, we tend to kind of like think, oh, what can I spend this on? And we're already spending it before we've even kind of worked out, you know, what would be the best plan of action. Okay, but somebody's definitely starting something new. That is either a self-employed business, extra responsibility within a job, you know, taking on more work somehow, or just new money coming in. Okay, it's a good feeling. Okay, that's a lovely feeling emotionally here. Feeling content, feeling happy within, you know, your surroundings. That's the gratitude energy. Now, when we live in a great energy every day, what happens is more things come towards us, more things to be grateful for. You know, more happiness, more bliss, more everything. So, you know, that is really paying off for you by the middle of next week, Virgos. Okay. Right. So we've had this card before. Whatever you see your situation being in is actually not how it really is. Okay. So if you see yourself as you've got no choices, your hands are tied, you know, but it could be that actually that isn't the case, but it could be that you're hiding behind fear, you're hiding behind, you know, I can't make choices because, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda kind of energy. We've got somebody who's got a bit of a hard shell on, protective of their vulnerability. We have that high priestess, which does look like, if you tune into your higher self, you know what you should be doing. You know, deep down you do. Deep down you've got that kind of like, you know, gut feeling of, you know, things aren't good. You know, I need to change things up. I'm not sure that I am happy. You know, and that happiness could be within a certain situation or a certain area of your life. Not all areas, but just one. So yeah, this to me feels as if, you know, follow your high priestess energy or your high priest energy. You know, start to tune in to your highest and best good. Okay. If you're feeling unhappy, then look for choices, look for decisions that you could be making. You know, and sometimes that means that we have to put a hard front on in order to get past, you know, any obstacles that are coming our way. So there you go. So Virgos, that is your your reading. Let's have a look at the emotions that goes on for you, Virgos. Okay, so here it is. It's the inspiration. Sometimes we have to find our own inspiration to change our life. You know, there's a lot of times that we feel in a relationship that, you know, our partner isn't doing everything for us. They're not ticking all of the boxes that make us happy. But sometimes it's not their job to. You know, it could be their job to make you feel secure, make you feel loved, you know, make you laugh. But maybe you need your other people in your life, family or friends, to stimulate your creativity, your inspiration. You know, the rest of the humour. You know, so yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on. You know, our partner needs to be the all and everything. Our partner needs to be the majority of our happiness, but our friendships need to also come into play as well. Okay, so that's what I see for Virgos. Okay, let's go for Capricorns. Okay, so another quick drink. Capricorns. Right, let's have a look. Okay, let's hope we don't get the same cards. Do you know what? I'm going to do this. I've not got very big hands, so I actually have to have smaller piles. So there you go. So to make sure that we don't get the same cards coming out, we know that we've done everything we possibly can to shake things up, haven't we? See, with the whole two decks, it's like my cards won't go around them. It's tricky. Okay, do we agree that they have been shuffled? Now I'm going to put the energy in. Okay, so let's give them a really good shuffle. Put the energy, because I've just taken the energy out by flicking them. Now I need to put the energy back in. So I'm going to give a really good energy boost, and then I will shuffle for Capricorn. Okay, so they've got a lovely, good amount of energy in. All right, so Capricorn. 1, 2, 3. All right, so the Emperor. Emperor can be a character who is the boss or somebody in authority. We have the emotional choices card. You know, there's so many things I've got on my plate. I need to please everybody. And then we have the Two of Cups. Now that can mean meeting somebody new, meeting somebody significant. Okay, so does that have to be romantic? No. Sometimes that can be an important player in our game of life. You know, the next person to give us the right information, ready to go forward with our next level. So looking at these three cards together, I can see an emotional situation, building where you feel as if there's a lot of responsibility for other people's happiness that is on your shoulders, and you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. There's also somebody in authority who is also making you feel as though, you know, you've got to make some decisions and choices about that as well. So, you know, there is a hell of a lot of choices happening this week for everybody. There seems to be somebody new around you who can really start to give you more information. They can start to make you feel special, you know, about yourself. If you are kind of single, this can mean meeting somebody who is, you know, a partner, potential partner. This can mean, you know, a feeling of falling in love, falling for a person. This can be a friendship that is growing and becoming more together. You know, um, you know, a business partner is in harmony. Okay, so there's lots of good meanings for the Two of Cups. But the person in authority is here. So it could be that this somebody in authority is actually, you know, playing a good game with you, you know. Does have the chess piece here. So it could be that they've got a bigger game plan, but maybe they haven't released that information yet. Okay, maybe you're sensing it and you've got these emotional choices that you're now needing to make, okay, to make everything, you know, everything right. Okay, so that is the beginning of the week for Capricorns. The middle of the week, we've got Hanged Man, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so everything seems to be a bit upside down at the moment. Everything seems to be a bit on hold, but you're not unhappy with it being like that. Maybe the pace of life has actually slowed down, and you're stopping to enjoy it. You know, this to me is like victory, parties, you know, people recognizing that you've done well, that everything is working out the way that you planned it. You know, you're feeling very, very sure of yourself. This indicates that there's a lot to be thankful for. There's gratitude energy here. There's also lots of different plans in the making here of financial ways of earning money. So you in the background or in the past has been very good, very proactive in your ability to earn extra money or to have more financial security in your life. So, you know, this is it's a good feeling, celebration, achievement. You know, while something's on hold, everything else seems to be moving in the right direction. So, yeah, very good there. So, as we move forward to, oh, sorry, that's the middle of the week, isn't it? So, by the end of the week, the Justice card, legalities, the Wheel of Fortune, new energy, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is very intriguing. Okay, very, very intriguing. The Justice and the Wheel of Fortune can be about the financial system here. Legal matters, official matters, smoke and mirrors, okay? Transfer that is very sleight of hand, transfer from one system to another. The Wheel of Fortune, okay? Cogs in the wheels. Once one cog starts to move, it moves the next one, moves the next one, moves the next one. There's a lot of emotions that have risen to the surface. So sometimes there can be a lot of fear, a lot of kind of feeling of, you know, anxiety, that sort of thing, because of the changes. So once again, you know, I do think that there is a financial change this week that's going to be bigger than, you know, you've had in the past. So yeah, very, very big. Okay, so this is the end of the week. Okay, so emotionally, let's get these cards out. So we use these ones. So what emotional situation or lessons are you learning? So learning. Yeah, it's all about learning a new way to deal with the situation. You know, actually does say learning. learning a new way of dealing with things, asking for a miracle. Lots of people have said the financial situation will never change. We're never going to see it change. But, the banks are now showing signs that they have gone bust. That's what they're showing signs of. So asking for a miracle. We've all been wanting a fairer system. And maybe this is it. This is our new change. We're going to have to learn this new system. Okay, so that's what I see around Capricorns. Okay, so we've done the earth signs and the air signs. So now I'm going to do the fire signs, and then after that the water signs. So we're going to use these cards now. The Gilded Tarot Royale by Cairo Marchetti and Barbara Moore. Okay, so let's give these a really good shuffle because we're getting the new deck in. Let me get up the fire signs. So we're doing Leo, then Sagittarius, and then Aries. Okay, so really good shuffle. Right, now I'm going to concentrate on Leo. So Greg's daughter is a Leo. So hi Brittany, if you're watching this. Right, let's have a look. So we have the Five of Wands, which is the Battles card. We have the Star, which is to do with maybe our star family. Could be to do with off-worlders. Could also be linked to wishes and dreams that we want. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is usually a message about money. Okay, so there seems to be some information about your finances, about the financial situation that we're in. There's creating a little bit of a battle situation. There may be off-worlders that are, going through. It's like we're not seeing it, but there is a war going on in the background. Our galactic friends are helping us to make things right. Our galactic friends are trying to pull everything together so that it's a smooth. It's just a smooth beginning, smooth new beginnings, and that's not always as easy as it seems, because you've got this battles card, so there does seem to be some issues regarding things that should be easy now, linked with the flip of the switch, I think, to do with the financial situation. There has been a message about some interference here. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so obviously in your personal life, there's a message about your money situation. It's affecting your dreams, your wishes, things that you want, and there seems to be a bit of an obstacle that is going on. So getting past the battles, okay, that lead you to that. Mo, there's no. I'm so sorry. The cat just decides that he wants to come up here. My love, there's just no room, love, is there, really? And you're going to knock everything flying. Come this way, Baba. It's just not room, sweet. I'm so sorry. Oh, I think he singed his tail as well. I just smelt the singe. That's you. You're smelling everything. That's you. You did it. You did it, baby. Let me just give it. No, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. I'm getting sweets. I'm sorry. Mo always has to come in and make an entrance somehow. Yeah. No, don't get up. Don't get up. Here. Here. You just love pets, animals, children and pets. That's what they say. It's always the hardest to work with. No, I love him. I love him to bits. He's just a character. Sorry about that. So anyway, Leos. Okay, it's the middle of the week. Still smell the singed tail. Oh dear. Bless you. Sorry, Baba. Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles, new financial situation. We've got the Eight of Wands, which is go, go, go. Nothing's stopping you. Everything is go. And we then have somebody who is, trying to take something, trying to take what is not theirs. Okay. So this may be where we were seeing the battles taking place at the beginning of the week. Okay, for Leos. All right. So if you can make precautions to not trust everybody in your life, maybe, sometimes we do rely so much on, thinking that everybody's as fluffy and wonderful as we are, and sometimes they're not. So, take precautions, see if there's anything that you can do to make life, easier and for everything to flow. But it's looking very good. New money. Go, go, go. So very, very positive cards there. So if you're trying to financially change your situation for the better financially, or you've been, wanting to, sorry, I'm giving some more. Sorry. If you've been, say you've gone for, I don't know, a new job, or you've decided to start a new business, those cards were very, very positive, okay, for you. Very positive. Okay, so we now have the King of Swords. He's the level-headed, no, don't get up anymore. Level-headed, weighs things up to decide what is going on, dissects it and dissects it. Oh, two kings. So we have another king. This king, they've got a hard front on, tending to be tougher than they are. Okay. And the Hierophant. Okay, so this is about spiritual lessons, spiritual teaching, learning things about ourselves as well. Okay, so there's two strong energies here, two strong personalities. One of those personalities may be you. It may be that you've decided that you're going to be more methodical in your, in your ways. Maybe you've tried to please everybody in the past, and you realize that actually you can't keep doing that. We can please some of the people some of the time, but not all the people all the time. You've heard that saying, I'm sure. So this to me feels as though there is parties that are playing the game of life with you, and there are big players or big personalities. And sometimes there's a spiritual lesson involved in their situation and your situation. There's a spiritual lesson involved, and you're having to work out, what is their game? What are they doing? Why are they doing what they're doing right now? Okay, so there you go. That's what I see for Leos. Okay, for this next week. Okay, let's see what's going on emotionally. What lesson are you learning emotionally? Okay, trust. Okay, the biggest lesson that you'll be learning here is about trust. Now, you did have this Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be, you know, maybe trusting somebody too much, or at the end of the day, sometimes it's like knowing a gut feeling when you should trust somebody, and perhaps when that person could, let you down, or not be the person that you was expecting them to be. Sometimes we need to kind of be realistic, and it's not nice when you're spiritual. You don't want to think the worst of somebody. We really don't. But unfortunately, I think there's going to be a time of this next week where you're going to have to have your trust tested. Okay, so let's go to Sagittarius. Okay, so I have Sagittarius moon. So, right. So, lots of energy again. Sagittarius. One, two, three. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, all these kings coming out, and the Eight of Swords. So this character is like my Aquarian energy. There's somebody who is fun. They can be a little bit quirky with their sense of humor. You never quite know what they're going to get up to next, or what they're going to say next. But there's never a dull moment, and they make you laugh. They make you feel as if there is only today. Think about today. So that personality is going to be around you. It could be you're acting a bit like that at this time. There is a character also who is a bit of a go-getter in life. All right, when they want something, they want something, and when they put their mind to it, they usually get it as well. They are an achiever. They are somebody who does not take second best. They won't be second best to anybody. They are very, very sure of themselves. We also have the Eight of Swords. Now, we've had the Eight of Swords in the other deck where there's a lady in the mirror. See what she looks like, really. There was no restrictions around her. But in the mirror, when she looked in the mirror, there was all these bound things. Now, this is the same kind of concept. She is got a blindfold on, she's got her hands tied, but she's got all these wonderful swords. And these swords could cut the ties to her hands if she was really wanting to get out of that situation. So sometimes we pretend that we are unhappy. Maybe we're not that unhappy, otherwise we would have got out of a situation. It could mean the opposite. Sometimes it's like, if you are that unhappy, then it is time. Stop making excuses. It's time to decide. It's time to make that choice. Okay, so there is a character definitely around this situation who is very fun loving. I feel as if they tend to kind of just make people laugh, and be very playful with their energies, and and that's nice. But is that person helping you? Is that person making you feel as if you can rely on them? Are they committed and taking you seriously? Okay, but we've also got this, I'm achiever and I want what I want, you know. So, you know, your hands are tied. You know, it's time for you to sometimes pick a side. Something you kind of direct your energies into that right direction of life, and not keep holding back and make excuses for yourself. Get the fire in your belly. Okay, it is time. So, beginning of the week. By the middle of the week, you've got the Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. How many kings have you had in this reading here? And the Fool card. Well, the kings came out in the other deck as well, didn't they? So it's like when all the kings start to come out in a reading, when I'm doing astrology for the week, with all the kings, it means that the top players are in play. So watch out for world leaders, and changes with world leaders, people, you know, stepping down, things happening around, kind of the boss energy, you know, the big players in the game of life. Watch out for lots of changes. So self-employed kind of energy here, or wanting to be your own boss, juggling about money and finances and making something happen quickly. So the Fool card is a sudden change. It's linking to money again, and there will be a change of financial situation. So once again, these cards all indicate that it could be the change of the financial system with these three cards. You know, this is a leader to do with money, or somebody who is very, very good with their finances, or a good boss. Okay, good boss energy. You know, you've then got the, you know, it's all going to happen suddenly. The Fool card is about trusting, stepping off the edge into the unknown and just doing it, making it happen. Very, very positive cards there, okay, for the middle of the week for Sagittarius. Okay, the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Temperance. Okay, so as I look at these cards, you've got two threes. Threes are celebrations. Threes are kind of initial completion of something, okay, but more to come. This is the most sarcastic card in the deck, which is just get on with it. Go to the heart of the matter and get on with it. Deal with it, okay? But it is a very direct card, and it does that. There's no wishy-washiness about the Three of Swords, okay? It means do it or get the job done. The Three of Wands is about celebration of achievement. I've done that. I'm ready to go on to the next phase, the next level. So it's like a financial situation or an ambition has gone from here, gone up, okay, a level. You know, it's like, wow, okay, so things are really starting to move on now. The Temperance is getting the balance right, is making sure that everything is right, that everything is balanced and happy, everybody in life is balanced and happy, and feeling as though everything is right for you, and exciting times. So yeah, it's like, get on with it. You know, whatever you say you want to change, it's like, go for it. So if you've succeeded, the next level up is getting planned and ready for you. Sometimes we have to make sure that you are happy in the process. Okay, so there you go. So let's have a look emotionally at what lessons you're going to be learning, Sagittarius. All right, so the lesson that you're going to be learning is joining sometimes we have to join a person to make things happen, you know, meet someone halfway, you know, a fair-minded person or someone who's got just as much to give you as you've got to give them. Sometimes it can be a romantic kind of meeting, you know, a date, or, you know, it's like a meet of like-minded souls and like-minded energy. It's a very, very lovely card. So I feel as if I need to pull another one. So sometimes it's like we're on our own mission, and Spirit know what our mission is, but it's sometimes nice to have somebody in the seat next to us who is willing and able to come along for the ride. Okay, and you never know, their mission might be connected to your mission. Wouldn't it be nice? I know that doesn't happen all the time. I'm lucky enough to have somebody who is on the same mission as me. But this indicates the same, you know, meeting of somebody like-minded, somebody who is there for you. Yeah, so there we are. So Sagittarius, yeah, there's definitely no wishy-washy energy this week going on, is there? Not with any of the signs at all. So Aries, okay, let's give them a good shuffle. Okay, good shuffle there. So let's see what's happening with our Arian people. One, two, three. Oh, Five of Pentacles can mean having a spend up. It can mean losing money as well. Let's see what else we've got. So we have the Moon card. Sometimes it's seeing things from another point of view, another kind of, you know, we wasn't expecting something, or that was different to what I thought. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is success. So this, look at this together. This indicates that there is a something that's cost you maybe some money. You know, you spent out on something, something to do with your ambitions, because we've got the wand. Okay, so you know, you've invested time and energy, or money and energy, into a project. You've learnt some very vital lessons, good and bad. You've learned vital lessons, and success is now yours. So look at this card. It's like, you know, a feeling of, you know, we did it. You know, let's rejoice in what we've achieved. Okay, so there could have been a wary situation, a fear of maybe losing more money than you actually did, you know, and everything seems to be working out very well. Okay, so that's the beginning of the week. So the middle of the week, the Five of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, we know this is about protection. It's about somebody trying to take something from us. The King of Cups is about putting a hard front on, maybe being a bit protective of yourself and your loved ones. And the Five of Cups, sometimes it feels as if I'm exhausted by all of this emotional drama. Please give me a break. Okay. So looking at the three cards together, is somebody trying to steal your energy? Is somebody trying to steal your love? Is somebody trying to steal anything from you? And maybe you do need to toughen up. Maybe you do need to kind of make a stand and say, hey, no, that's not on. No, I'm not letting you do that anymore. I've decided that this is going to happen. So it's very, very strong kind of energy I'm seeing here. You know, so this to me says you've had enough. You've had enough of someone else using you, making you feel worthless, either by their thoughts, by their actions, or by their words. You know, because when you're psychic, you can read somebody's thoughts. I've actually in the past had arguments with partners in the past. It's like, I know that that's what you were thinking, you know, that's out of order. And it's like, well, how do you know what I was thinking? And I would then say what it was, and they'd look at me with a smirk on their face. It's like, see, I know, you know. So being psychic, you know, is sometimes good, but sometimes it can play havoc. Okay, so you know that was in the past, but you know, this to me is like somebody is taking something from you. You're not impressed. That to me says you're going to do something about it this week. Okay, that's the middle of the week for you, Aries. By the end of the week, you've got the Two of Pentacles. Oh, that's a heavy load on your shoulders. And then you've got another King. Can you see all the kings coming out here? Guys, that means the top players in this global prediction energy is really coming about. Okay, it's really happening. So this is about money changing. We've got the rainbow, so I wonder if it is the rainbow currency. People sometimes say it's the rainbow currency. Sometimes we feel if we've kind of got a heavy load on our shoulders that we've taken on too much, you know, or maybe the whole situation is a bit overwhelming there. There is somebody who is self-employed or somebody who knows their situation. They know that it is that they want. They know what they deserve. Okay, so this person doesn't take any crap from anybody, you know, but they do it in a very kind and careful way. You know, they are not afraid to stand up for themselves, especially if they're feeling as if, hey, why am I carrying everything? And everyone else is off enjoying themselves. Hey, that's not fair. So sometimes it's about delegation, needing to delegate, needing to start to say, hey, you know, could you give us a hand? Or, you know, I want to rest up as well. So it's about really taking charge of your life, Aries, and literally, you're just not going to take any crap, I feel, from people. So Aries, let's have a look at the emotions that you've got going on here. All right, so you've got the roles. Sometimes the roles that we play are important, and sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves and say, am I mothering other people too much or fathering other people too much? Are other people hiding behind me? Maybe it's time for them to stand up and start taking some responsibility of their own, you know? So yeah, it's about, you know, who plays what role, when, where, and how. So there you go. That's all the fire signs. So we're going into what's left with the water signs now. All right. So let's go. So we're going to be doing Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So I'm going to change the deck back to my original deck, the cosmic deck. Okay, so back to this one. So I'm going to give these a good shuffle. And what I'm going to do is, because a lot of the same cards came up again, let's see if my hands are big enough for these cards. I'm not sure they are. But I'll do my best. Okay, so we're giving those a good shuffle. Right, so pulling lots of energy in. Scorpios. So my daughter Rhiannon is a Scorpio. So hello, my darling. She's not been feeling very well as well. She's had a cold. So, all right, so Scorpio. 1, 2, 3. Right. So that could be a meeting. Okay. Meeting can be, you know, an interview for a job. It could mean a date, an appointment that you need to have. The 10 of Cups is a very good meeting. Okay. It's gone very well. But there has been some nagging, you know, some information that has come to you that you didn't want to hear. I'll show you the card. You can see he's got his hands over his ears. So it could mean, you know, maybe somebody that you care about is there's a meeting, or there's a doctor, solicitor, bank manager. It's like for the well-being of the person, and they're not listening. Okay, it could mean that the doctors aren't listening. You know, there's a lot of frustration energy here. Okay, so it's like, you know, needing something to work out well and trying to have faith and stay positive. But we've got this kind of like nagging kind of energy, and it's like the nagging is going over the head of the person. Okay, so that's the beginning of the week. By the middle of the week for Scorpios, you've got the Pisces energy. So this is somebody, we've got the fish here. This is why I like the cosmic cards as a first deck for people, because it's all done for you. You see, the personalities, I've got the astrology signs already. So yeah, this is a need to kind of, it's like a magnetic personality. It's like sometimes we put a smile on our face and everything's fine and don't worry about it, you know, don't worry about me, it's all good, it's all good. And the secrets, secrets, keeping things to yourself or to themselves. And there's the reuniting kind of energy, reuniting with somebody from the past, kind of somebody from the past coming back into your life or into their life, and causing issues, causing decisions, and needing to know more about a particular person that we care about. It's like I'm ready to learn more about that. I'm ready to find out what needs to happen now. Okay, so there is a strong kind of feeling of you know, the universe is holding back, or perhaps that person is holding back in giving the right information. Okay, so that's the middle of the week for Scorpios. The end of the week, you've got this is the Virgo character. It's usually about rerouting or moving. The Two of Pentacles, stepping onto new ground, maybe trying something different. And we've had the Two of Pentacles quite a lot in the other cards. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is financial, windfall, or financially things turning out better than you thought. You know, I mean, financially, this is like, you know, look at what we've got. Look at what the situation is here. There seems to be a transference of money. I could start thinking ahead in the long term, making long-term plans. And after I've done the long-term plans, everything else seems to just fit into place nicely. But I can see training, learning new skills maybe. Also, you know, wanting to develop yourself. Okay, so that's what's going on for Scorpios. So let's have a look emotionally. Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. What lesson are you learning this week? It's about neediness. Sometimes people are frightened to be needy. Sometimes people are hiding behind I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, rather than ask for help. If you're feeling as if I don't want to be needy, I don't want to ask for help from other people. So somebody around you is struggling with that, whether that's you or whether that is somebody that you care about. But this is maybe somebody asking a favor. Sometimes this can be a person who can do what they need to do themselves, but they keep asking other people for help. Okay, and sometimes that is causing issues. Okay, I felt as if I needed to turn another card over. So this card indicates that somebody is feeling as though they are caged and they need time out. So this sometimes can be have some fun as much as possible. You need to be able to get out and live a bit. Otherwise we start to feel as if the walls are kind of closing in at us, don't we? Okay, so that is Scorpios. Pisces now. So Pisces, this is me and my mum. Mum's birthday was a week Thursday ago, and mine was on Saturday. Okay, so putting in lots of energy for Pisces. All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, so 5 of Pentacles can mean having a spend up. 2 of Cups means meeting somebody of great importance. And then we have the 5 of Wands. Now the 2 5s, can't say they're great cards, especially together. The 2 of Cups means there is a new person around, a new energy around. Okay, so this can mean having a spend up, or it can mean financially things being a bit hard, okay, at this time. Having a few battles or needing to battle through maybe this financial situation. Maybe there needs to be working with somebody new, or trying something new, maybe involving new people in your life, seeing what else can be done. Okay, so whenever we get a timeline that is a little bit kind of not so great, we can use another deck to see if we can change that timeline. So let's have a go. Okay, I'm going to start to manifest. I would like everybody who is a Pisces or Pisces in their chart to start to order and say, thank you, universe, for bringing me financial security. I have abundance galore. I'm enjoying life right now. Okay, and start to feel that energy of financial security, excitement of no cares, no worries about it. Hold on to that energy and let's see if we can change the beginning of, sometimes we can't. Sometimes it is a timeline that's fixed. This is what we call timeline weaving, okay? Picking the best timeline and concentrating on it. So we've got the Ace of Cups. So sometimes the Ace of Cups is about, feeling emotional, okay? Lots of emotions rising to the surface. Now, the Wheel of Fortune does indicate change. Okay, it does indicate change. And there you go, the Justice card. So yes, this can be changed for the better. Visualize that you deserve financial security. So think about all the good deeds that you've done in your past, not for any gain whatsoever, but just to make people feel happy, just to make people feel as though they are loved, they are helped. How many times have you done that in the past? And I'm waiting to pause so that you answer. And now I want you in your heart to say, thank you, universe, for bringing me what I deserve. And that is to do with financial security. It's linking to happiness, and it's linking to, abundance. Okay. So yeah, he was able to change that just with your positive thinking. Beginning of the week for Pisces. By the middle of the week, you have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. Wouldn't surprise me if somebody is single out there and they are not going on a date here. Okay, these cards would indicate a date that was actually going very well. In fact, it could be love lust. It could be, very much a celebration of love, intensity, happiness. Okay, we have the meeting card, the 4 of Pentacles. We have the feeling good about yourself, feeling, as if everything is in harmony and is good. And you have the celebration of, love. Okay, so these 3 cards together are very positive, emotional cards. Okay, so there you go. Let me give you the other scenario. So if you're not in a relationship, okay, if you're already in a relationship, then this means a boost within your existing relationship. This can also mean a celebration of love, meaning this could be a party, a birthday, celebration of love energy around your friendships, family members, or something bright and beautiful. Okay, but it would be something that you would plan. You'd put it in a diary. You'd write it in your calendar. Okay, so this would be a planned something. Okay, so that is the middle of the week for Pisces. The end of the week is sarcastic, deal with it. This is the I want a spark in my life. And then you have the Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius, they kind of they're an archer, so they'll fire their arrow into their target of what they want, and they will not be manipulated or come off their target. They would go straight for what it is that they want and desire and deserve. And this is a very, very positive kind of energy here. So you are not holding back anymore. You've decided what it is that you want, how you're going to get it, and you're going to make it happen. All right. So, Pisces, you're going to be feeling, there's no wishy-washiness about you. You're going to be very vibrating on a fire energy. And, the deal with it, it's getting on with things, Yeah, so that's what I see for the end of next week for you. Emotionally, Pisces. Emotionally, past life energy. Okay, so you're dealing with a lot of karmic stuff, stuff from your past that needs to be addressed and sorted out. A lot of the things that you have agreed to here on the earth plane are playing out in front of you at the moment. And there are times that you feel as if, there seems to be friendships or situations around you that have got far deeper consequences than just kind of like an everyday situation. All right, so that's what I see for Pisces. So guys, we're going to finish off with Cancer. Okay, so the Cancerians, this is my daughter Megan. So this is for other Cancerians as well. So I'm going to put some wonderful energy into the cards and we're going to build it up. Oh, there seems to be some other cards in there as well. So let's get those out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Eight of Cups, emotionally letting go. Temperance, trying to keep the balance. And the King of Wands. Okay, so this is the Aries energy. So once again, there's a fired up energy around the water signs. So water signs seem to be really pushing things to new dimensions and new energies, which is brilliant. It really is. So you're still doing it, even if you're fired up, you're still doing it with balance. You're still trying to please people, still trying to make sure that everybody is okay, and that they're not feeling cheated. But sometimes in life we have to let go of certain people or certain energies. They are too much or too overwhelming for us. Okay, there's a need to get to the bottom of deep set emotions. We had the past life card. I do feel as if I'm reiterating the past life energy alongside Cancerians as well, that there are past life energies that are coming out in the water signs, particularly this week. Okay, but trying to keep the balance, trying to please everybody, but understanding that bigger and better things are on their way, and you're just getting on with it. All right, so that is the beginning of the week. So by the middle of the week, you have this is it can be pregnancy, it can be fertility, it can be a motherly card or a mother figure, the home, and battles. Okay, so if you are living with a character who is motherly, nurturing, or they can nag like a mum. Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of a battle situation going on with the week with Cancerians. Now, if you've got children, this could be to do with your children, to do with people who are living in your home, and there seems to be some issues here. I can see a need to kind of keep the balance. Sometimes we just want to go in a shell and hold back, and not deal with all of this kind of drama. But something does need to be addressed here. Okay, so that's the middle of the week for Cancerians. All right, so the end of the week, the Two of Cups. So that's meeting somebody significant. The Four of Cups, which is a little bit of emotional doubt going on. I'm not so sure. There's something about this person that I'm not sure about. And then there's the Fool card, which is, going with your gut feeling. So sometimes we have to go with gut feeling. Sometimes that's all we've got. Sometimes we have to react, in the spur of the moment kind of energy that we let into our lives who are, no good. And so sometimes we have to, think to ourselves, are we being judgmental here by not wanting to be around certain people? But sometimes there is a reason, but the Fool card is it's all going to happen quite quickly. You're having doubts about a new character that maybe has been introduced to you. Maybe they're someone else's new partner, and you've got that feeling of, I'm not so sure about them. Something's not quite right. We all have our own opinions, and sometimes, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, you don't have to be around them. Sometimes we have to say, it's okay that I don't want to be around them. All right, so let's have a look at emotional lessons this week, Cancerians. Okay, so your lesson this week is the the gift. So sometimes somebody is given to us like a gift. So, is there a character in your life that you feel very blessed to have, and that you're in that appreciation energy? I'm so happy that you've been given to me. You're like a gift to me, So sometimes we have to show signs of gratitude. Sometimes we have to show signs of affection with people that we care about. And I do feel that you're becoming more and more open with your emotions and coming outside of your shell a little bit, and, talking about appreciation for, those people that you care about. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today with the readings. And, I've really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I do when we're able to go live and chat back and forth. I do like that. But hope next week it'll be back to normal. And Greg and I will be doing global predictions, hopefully tomorrow, all being well. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask Greg and I, then have a think about what it is that you want to know, and just message me and Greg. Okay, hopefully see you tomorrow, and take care. And it's been lovely. And here comes Mo just to burn his tail again. Anyway, I'm going quickly before that happens.